In January of 2018, I hit one of the lowest moments in my faith and my life. A student at Queen Creek High School had died. I knew him. He'd been to CSM. He was friends with students in our ministry. And it gutted me in a way that I couldn't prepare for. I remember sitting in my car outside of a Chipotle and just sobbing. It was one of those, I can't even breathe and get enough air in because I'm crying so hard sobs. God, why? Why would you let this happen? Why would you let him make a stupid decision that led to his death? He was too young, Lord. He had too much going for him. How could you let this happen? I believe, God, that you could have stopped this. Why didn't you? Are you not the God that saves? Are you not the God that redeems and restores? Do you not hear me, God? God, do we even exist? Has this all been a lie? God, I'm so mad. Even if you are real, even if you are still there, man, I don't know if I can believe you are good anymore. I don't know if I can follow you anymore. I don't know if I want to. I'm a pastor. My whole life revolves around God. My full-time job is being a Christian. If I'm not sure about God anymore, if my doubt is this big, I lose everything. My friends, my job, my family, my career, everything. We all experience seasons of doubt, of unbelief, of crying out to God and saying, God, if you are real, if you are out there, why are you not showing up? Why are you leaving me here like this, alone with nothing? God, where are you in my hurt and my pain? Where are you in my loneliness, my brokenness? Where are you, Lord, as I stand here and watch those around me suffer? God, where are you in these school shootings and unnecessary violence? Father, do you not see us? Can you not see this, God? Can you not just come down and save us? God knows this because God does see us. God does hear our hurt, our brokenness, our pain. It's never God that has moved away. It's us. Matthew 17 sets us up with a story about the reality of having faith at times that's too small. God knows that we experience doubt and questioning and unbelief, anger, uncertainty, a range of emotions and feelings towards him in moments of stress, anxiety, frustration. He knows that oftentimes our faith is small as a mustard seed. Let's read together in Matthew 17. Verse 14, when they came to the crowd, a man approached Jesus and knelt before him. Lord, have mercy on my son, he said. He has seizures and is suffering greatly. He often falls into the fire or into the water. I brought him to your disciples, but they could not heal him. You unbelieving and perverse generation, Jesus replied. How long shall I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy here to me. And Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of the boy, and he was healed at that moment. Then the disciples came to Jesus in private and asked, why couldn't we drive it out? He replied, because you have so little faith. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Nothing will be impossible for you. Jesus stands in our unbelief. He stands in our little faith. He meets us there. Doubt is a normal aspect of the Christian journey. Whether you experience doubt triggered by a traumatic situation or the doubt builds over small moments of questions, doubt is a normal aspect of the Christian journey. The Barna Research Group says that 65% of self-identifying Christians note that they have experienced doubt in this past year. But when we doubt, when we experience that lack of faith, that small faith, when we doubt, and I say when because this will happen at some point in your faith journey, how we respond is so critical because we have two basic responses. The first we have is to hide, to flee, to step away. Barna says that when Christians experience doubt, 45% of them leave the church. 29% stop reading the Bible, another 30% stop praying, and even more, 25% quit talking with their friends or family about faith and God. They flee, they hide, they step away. When they doubt, they don't doubt well. Instead, when you doubt, you must learn to doubt well. Doubting well means authentically communicating to your life group, your friends, your family, your pastors, your leaders, yourself, and to God where those doubts are at. Last year, I hid my doubt for weeks. I hid the fact that I was wrestling with questions. I was too scared to be honest. I was too scared to be vulnerable. I was too scared to admit that despite my education, my experience, maybe I didn't know everything there was to know about Jesus. I thought that I was too broken to be able to still be a pastor, to be a Christian, to be healed. But when I did finally whisper through those tears to a friend where I was at, I wasn't rejected. I was blessed to be in a community where it was safe for me to doubt well, that I had friends that would sit with me in my kitchen until 2 a.m. as I cried and just fearfully shared my anger at God, my doubts about him. And God's love for us is so great that when I finally returned to him and started praying again, his grace and love and mercy was still there. It had never left me. People don't doubt well because we don't believe that God is okay with our doubts, that our community is going to be okay with our questions. We think that the stakes are too high. But hiding your doubt creates darkness, and God's perfect love is here to drive out darkness and bring in light. Doubt thrives in secrecy. Part of the reason we can't embrace Jesus fully is that our lives are too busy and full, and we're running so fast that we never stop to listen and pause. We never take a moment to ask God why our faith is so small. We don't take the time to open up and reveal to God about the darkness and hiddenness in our hearts. We just keep going and going and going until that darkness, that secretive doubt, that small fear, no longer small, and it grows and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and it creeps into all areas of our life. We stop praying, we stop reading our Bible, we stop talking about what's actually going on. And then we just stop showing up because it's easier to hide and lie than actually be real, actually be authentic, and actually admit that there are things that we're not sure about, that there are doubts that we have. So let's change the narrative now. CSM, where is your doubt preventing you from embracing Jesus fully? Where is your doubt making you hide from God and preventing you from encountering and embracing Jesus fully? At your campus, pieces of paper and pens are going to be passed out or will be on the table before you. These papers are not to draw pictures or write a to-do list. These papers are to write a prayer, to let God in and admit where is there doubt in your faith, to let God know where you are at, to answer the question, where is your doubt preventing you from embracing Jesus fully? We're going to give you some time to write out a prayer, to write out your answer. And after this message during worship, we're going to invite you to go and place your written prayer into the prayer wall on your campus. This week, every single paper will be read and prayed over by our team. So let's take a moment right now and write these prayers out. Answer this question: where is your doubt preventing you from embracing Jesus fully? We want to create a space at CSM where you don't need to hide your doubts. You don't need to put on a mask or be fake about where you are at. We know that doubt is a normal part of the Christian faith. It's a normative part of saying, Jesus, I'm still going to believe. Even when I don't see you, I'm going to allow for my faith to continue to grow, even when I'm not sure where you are at. We name those places of doubt. We name those fears. We name those lies, because nothing will be impossible. You embrace the doubt by stepping into honesty with your life group and telling each other where you have doubt. Guys, this is where I'm struggling today. This is where I need to be reminded that God is still good, that God is sovereign, that God is faithful. We put you into community with one another, with other students walking in similar seasons and challenges that you face and experience. The authenticity and vulnerability that will come from within your group is up to you. Will you share when you experience doubt? You embrace Jesus in your doubt by naming those places of doubt, by recognizing where your struggle, your challenges, your fears exist. We must understand that embracing Jesus leads to understanding faith. Embracing Jesus allows for him to stand in our unbelief. Embracing Jesus says, all I need is faith as small as a mustard seed, and Jesus will stand in my unbelief. Jesus stands in our unbelief. Jesus stands in our little faith. He meets us there.